mercy. Ain't no mercy.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Marvel SHS, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing Lego Marvel Avengers. And in this video, I am going to show you all Iron Man armors. So, like I did previously with all the Iron Man armors in Lego Marvel Superheroes, well, now I'm going to do all Iron Man armors in Lego Marvel Avengers. But this video will also include all the other characters that have similar armors of that of Iron Man. So let's start with the one and only Tony Stark, which looks pretty cool with his arc reactor, and he has another version which is exactly the same but without the arc reactor, which is, this one is the Age of Ultron one. So let's start off with the armors. Now this is Iron Man Mark 1. So, as you can see, this is the armor that Tony uses to escape that cave where he's being held hostage in Afghanistan. And he doesn't do much. He has a flamethrower, but that's about it. And he also has missiles, which is pretty cool. Now this is the Mark 5. Which, if you remember, Tony utilizes this armor to fight Whiplash in Iron Man 2 in Monaco. So this armor doesn't have a laser beam, but it does have like an arc reactor shot. This armor can fly, like almost all of Iron Man armors. I'm in Malibu, by the way. It also does this thing, and basic attack, repulsor blast, and such. Now this is the Mark 6, which Tony uses in Iron Man 2 and the Avengers. Which is basically all of the other Iron Man armors. Can fly, they have missiles, but this one has a laser beam, and it can also shoot the repulsor blast, and that's about it. This one is the Mark 7, which Tony uses in the Avengers and in one scene in Iron Man 3. And it's basically the same as Mark 6, laser beam, repulsor blast, and flight. This one is a little different. This one is the Mark 16, or stealthy. No, sorry, sneaky, not stealthy, sneaky. Codename Sneaky. And what makes this armor special is that it can turn invisible, like this. And you can utilize to solve different puzzles that require you to be invisible. And it also has this repulsor blast, not repulsor blast, but unibeam thing. And that's about it. And it's really cool because the combination between red and black looks beautiful in my opinion. This next one has nothing special, but it's one of my favorites in general, which is the Heartbreaker armor. And as you can see, a lot of these armors, Tony doesn't even use them a lot in the movies, because they were part of the house party protocol in Iron Man 3. So in that scene, Tony summons a bunch of armors, which the majority doesn't even use. This one is really, really cool looking. This next one is the Mark 25. And I don't really remember its code name, but as you can see, it can dig. And it also has missiles, and instead of repulsor blast, it shoots like nails or something. You can use this armor to dig stuff, so you don't have to use Squirrel Girl or Black Panther or who else? White Tiger and that sort of characters. You can use this armor instead. This next one is the Mark 33 or the Silver Centurion. Which looks really good, and it's a really good adaptation from the comics. Well, even though this is a version of the Silver Centurion used in Iron Man 3, which is an adaptation of the Silver Centurion in the comics. But it's pretty cool indeed. And this doesn't have much to it, but it does have like this cool melee attacks that I really can't demonstrate it here. But do you remember that scene in the movie where this armor like cuts off Aldrich Killian's arm? Well, he uses those knives to use like melee weapons, or to do this. Boom! And not all armors can do that. That's really cool because you can use this armor to interact with those bits, which is really cool. Now next up is the Mark 40 or, whoa, codename Shotgun. And you might be wondering, why Shotgun? Because it's really fast. Well, not really fast, not like Quicksilver. Here, let me demonstrate. Let's transform this Tony Stark into Quicksilver. This is normal Quicksilver running, and this is super speed. And this is Shotgun. It doesn't run quite as fast, but it is a speedster nonetheless, and it also can interact with the speedster bits on the on levels and on puzzles, for that matter. So that's pretty cool. And I love that the helmet looks like an aviator helmet thing, like from the Air Force. It looks really cool in my opinion. Next up is the Mark 42, which is the armor that can do this. And this is the most prominent armor in Iron Man 3. And it can do literally everything else that almost all of the armors do, like the laser beam, the repulsor blast, it can fly as you just saw right there, the smash down attack, and that's really all of it. Now this one is the Mark 43, which is basically the Mark 42, but it does have one thing in particular. It does everything that the Mark 42 does, or most of the armors, but there's one thing, because this armor can summon Iron Legion bots, which is awesome. And you can use this Iron Legion to fight, well, enemies, and they will help you, and that's pretty cool. I love that. Now this one is the Mark 45, which is one of my favorites also, because it looks like the armor, not in the game, but also in the game, it looks pretty beautiful in my opinion. But in the real armor in the movie, in Avengers Age of Ultron, it looks really slim, and the most prominent color is red and not much golden or silver, so which is cool. And I think it can also summon Iron Legion, yes. And it can do everything else that all the armors do. Now this one is a really cool one. Prepare yourselves. Oh, So this armor isn't from the movies, but from the comics, from the most recent comics, like 2014, I believe, before the all new, all different Marvel. But yeah, this is really cool because all of the neon lights and the silver, and it also like summons from Tony's body, like the extremist armor, which is really cool. Now here comes the Hulkbuster armor. Which is, like the name suggests, made to fight against the Hulk. And it can fly. I believe it can break this sort of bits. Yep, it does. It has really cool melee attacks, like using the fist, laser beams, repulsor blast, missiles, laser beam. It also has, wait, like, not, these are more like repulsor blasts, but they are so strong that they act like missiles. And that's basically it for the Hulkbuster armor. And now let's move on to the other armors that aren't Iron Man, but they're similar to Iron Man. Well, I think I missed one Iron Man armor, which is the Mark 38 or Igor. And it's basically the Hulk. It does exactly the same things as the Hulk does. It has the super jump, as you saw right there. It's super strong. It can rip boulders from the ground and toss them. You can also break like these walls, like the one that was over here. So yeah, that's Igor. Now, here comes the Ironmonger, which is the armor used by Obadiah Stane in Iron Man 1, based from the Mark 1 that Tony left in Afghanistan. Whoa, why are you attacking me, bro? I'm on your side. Well, so this armor has a Gatling gun, which doesn't act much as a Gatling gun. No, here's the Gatling gun. There we go. It's like the laser, but it's a Gatling gun. It have missiles like you just saw right there, and it can fly, and that's basically it. And also super strong. The Iron Patriot, which is the one used by Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes in Iron Man 3, which is a repaint of the War Machine Mark II, which I'm gonna show you in a second. And it's really cool. It's got the red, white, and blue from the American flag, and it can do most of the things that most Iron Man armors can. But it does have a machine gun in its shoulder. Okay, now we go to the War Machine, which is, well, like I just said, Iron Patriot before the repaint. And it's exactly the same as the normal Iron Patriot, or vice versa. Like, Iron Patriot is the exact same as War Machine. Now we go to, where are you? Oh, there we go. Oh no, this is Pepper. No, there we go. The Rescue Armor. Sorry, which is Pepper Potts, which is an armor that Tony made for Pepper Potts in the comics, not the movies. And it's basically, I think, yeah, it's a normal Iron Man armor, but all the colors are replaced with pink, suggesting that this is an Iron Man, but not Tony Stark, but Pepper Potts. It has a repulsor blast, and it can fly, obviously, and you can see the repulsors, and the rocket jets are pink or purplish. And it has also a really cool design. Really slim looking. And last but not least, the Crimson Dynamo. I'm sorry, I think I was just like 110% racist right there. I'm sorry for my bad Russian accent, but the Crimson Dynamo, which is a really not a really popular Iron Man character. I don't know why, because the Crimson Dynamo is awesome, and I believe this is an android or a robot or something that was created by the Russians to replicate Iron Man's technology. And as you can see, it has not much like a laser beam, but it's a laser beam, but it looks more like electricity or like pure energy, like what Dr. Doom does. And that, I don't know why I have such a hard time talking today. So I believe that was it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos like this one. And I will see you all of you guys in the next video. Bye bye.